Labour has put forward proposals which we believe could unite Parliament, we could get majority support for, and then it's a permanent customs union, but where we have a significant say in future trade deals. It's one, a close and collaborative relationship with the single market, but then also that third factor, which is protection of employment rights, consumer rights and environmental rights. Now, if we can get that, I think there'd be a majority in Parliament for that. And we're putting that forward as a Brexit that people can support. It would protect jobs in the economy, and I think it would respect the referendum overall. I can't see that first of all, the Prime Minister's deal has a majority in Parliament. We know it hasn't. I can't see there being anything but an overwhelming majority against a no-deal Brexit. So MPs are now waking up to the fact there has to be a compromise that protects our country. We're putting forward that compromise. We think it could have majority support. We're saying to the Prime Minister, if you're not willing to negotiate a decent Brexit that protects jobs in the economy, you've got to move to one side and let us do that. And constitutionally, that's what normally happens. If you've got a minority government that can't command a majority in the House of Commons, the next step is to allow the opposition party to see if it can.
She's obviously negotiated stuff.
I don't think that. To be honest, it's not in. Theresa May's future is not the issue, it's the future of the country. Whether she survives or not is almost irrelevant, and the key issue for us is there's lots of people out going around the country at the moment whose jobs depend on our relationship with Europe, and jobs depend on a strong economy. The Conservative Party is putting all of that at risk. We cannot tolerate this anymore. We can't tolerate, after 2 years, government not being able to negotiate a basic deal. That's why we need a Labour government.
Is this deal against it?
We can't support it. It's a bad deal. We can't support a bad deal, and we won't support a no deal. We'll put forward our proposals, and we think there could be a majority to support it. It's very difficult with the existing legislation. It's more likely that it's not Labour forcing a general election, but it's more likely the Conservative Party falling apart the way they are doing. At the moment, Theresa May's had resignations. She's now got a cell within her own cabinet that is saying we don't support the deal, we're trying to amend it. So even within her own cabinet, she's still got a group of people trying to undermine her position. And within the Conservative Party overall, well, there's faction fighting all over this weekend we've seen. My view is that this isn't a stable government, it's certainly not a strong government. What we need is the Labour Party now to be able to form a government, negotiate a deal, protect jobs in the economy overall. If the government won't move over and allow that to happen, let's have the people deciding in a general election.
Do you think it's close?
Anything could happen. It's interesting, the UN rapporteur used the word destitution. So there are people out there living in destitution. That's how bad it's got under this government. We've been pointing this out time and time again. You know, food banks, 1.25 million food parcels given out last year. In the 5th richest country in the world, we've got people living in abject poverty, 4 million children in poverty, 2/3 of them in families where someone's at work. That shows you how wages are so low. It's a scandal, and it's been brought about as a result of 8 years of austerity, which were completely unnecessary. It was a political, ideological move by this government that has impoverished so many of our people. It's unacceptable, as I say, in a country as rich as ours, and it demonstrates that actually austerity has completely failed. That's why we need to end austerity. We can only do that with a Labour government.